about 30,000 athletes are taking part in the Boston Marathon today. This year's race marks a somber milestone. It has been 10 years since 2 bombs exploded near the finish line in a terror attack. 3 people were killed on that horrific day, and nearly 300 were wounded. 2 heroic officers involved in the 4-day manhunt for the suspects also died. Over the weekend, the city honored the victims and survivors in a ceremony attended by hundreds of people, including first responders. Nancy Chen joins us from near the finish line. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning. The runners are gathering near the starting line right now before making their way through the 26.2-mile course. And this year especially, the race will be celebrating the athletes, but also remembering the lives impacted by what happened on that tragic day.
As long-standing tradition, the 2013 Boston Marathon drew crowds from all over the world. But in an instant, everything changed when 2 bombs exploded near the finish line. 8-year-old Martin Richard, 23-year-old Lu Lingzi, and 29-year-old Crystal Campbell were killed.
I was catapulted through the open doors of the restaurant, and I landed on the ground and realized my foot was in a lot of pain.
Hundreds, including Heather Abbott, were injured. The damage stretched for blocks.
This building was all caved in.
Ed Davis was the Boston police commissioner at the time.
The fact that it happened at sort of a hometown event just sort of brought this home to the whole nation that these things can happen anywhere.
The bombings had a lasting impact on security practices nationwide.
Do you think that other races around the country changed their ways of policing after this?
I know they did. There was enormous transfer of intelligence and information so that our brothers in other cities would be able to prepare better.
Today, the marathon still finishes in the same spot, the embodiment of Boston Strong, a mantra the city adopted after the attack. It's a reminder Abbott kept in mind after her leg was amputated below the knee.
Ooh, you got it.
She learned to walk again and has since graduated to snowboarding, running part of the marathon course, and wearing her beloved heels.
Why was it important for you to be able to walk in heels?
It was just kind of part of who I was, and it was something I didn't want to have to give up.
Healing has also meant giving back. Abbott has helped more than 100 people get access to prosthetic devices through a foundation she started.
I've made an effort to not focus on what I can't change. And what I can't change is what happened the day of the Boston Marathon bombing. So I try to look forward and think about how I can change the future and how I can make it better.
Abbott will be at the finish line here later today to host her foundation's annual watch party. Also today, there will be tens of thousands of athletes, but none will be wearing the bib number 2013, which was not assigned this year in remembrance of the tragedy.
Nancy Chen live for us in Boston. Nancy, thank you. Yeah. It is remarkable that it's been 10 years.
That's what I was thinking, too. I'm wondering how the people of Boston feel today. I imagine every year about this time it triggers all sorts of feelings for people, but good to see Heather Abbott up and about. But you can't help but remember the people that lost their lives that day. That was so shocking. We were on the air.
And the hashtag Boston Strong.
Yeah.
Boston Strong.
Really
she embodies it.
Yeah, she does.
All right.